Roger, TV circuit breakers in. And base 5 clear.
Roger. And we're getting a picture on the TV.
Okay. You got a good picture, huh?
There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make out a fair amount of detail.
Okay, we can verify the position, the opening I ought to have on the camera.
Stand by. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
Neil, we can see you coming. Okay, I just checked getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up.
Roger, we copy.
It's a pretty good little jump.
Buzz, this is Houston. F2, 1/160th second for shadow photography on the sequence camera.
Okay. At the foot of the ladder, the lamb footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the lamb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. As the surface is fine and powdery, I can pick it up loosely with my toe. It does adhere in fine layers, like powdered charcoal, to the sole and sides of my boot. I only go in small fraction of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I can see the footprints of my boots and the treads and the fine sandy particles.
Neil, this is Houston. We're copying.
There seems to be no difficulty in moving around as we suspected. It's even perhaps easier than the simulations of 16G that we performed in various simulations on the ground. Absolutely no trouble to walk around. The descent engine did not leave a crater of any size. It has about 1 foot clearance on the ground. We're essentially on a very level place here. I can see some evidence of rays emanating from the descent engine, but very insignificant amount.
Neil, this is Houston. We're getting a picture. You're not in at the present time. We can see the bag on the LEC being moved by Buzz, though. Here you come into our field of view.
Oh, Buzz, let me move that over the edge for you.
Okay, ready for me to come out?
Yeah, just stand by a second. I'll move this over the handrail. Okay.
All right, that's got it. Are you ready?
All set. Okay, you saw what difficulties I was having. I'll try to watch your bliss from underneath here.
All right, the backup camera is position.
Okay, your bliss looks like it's clear and okay. The toes are about to come over the sill. Okay, now drop your bliss down. There you go, you're clear. And laterally you're good. Got an inch clearance on top of your bliss.
Okay, you need a little bit of arching of the back to come down. That's like what you're doing. How far are my feet from the
Okay, you're right at the edge of the porch.
Okay. Back in from... Small little foot movement. Porch. Arching of the back. Moment comes up and clears the bulkhead without any trouble at all.
Looks good.
"45 minutes PLSS time expended."
Neil, this is Houston. Based on your camera transfer with the LEC, do you foresee any difficulties in SRC transfer over?
Difficulties in SR.
Negative.
That's the sample return containers, the rock boxes that Capcom...
Now I want to back up and partially close the hatch. Making sure not to lock it on my way out.
Particularly good thought.
That's our home for the next couple hours. We want to take good care of it. Okay, I'm on the top step and I can look down over the RCU and landing gear pad. It's a very simple matter to hop down from one step to the next.
Yes, I found it to be very comfortable, and walking is also very comfortable. You've got 3 more steps and then a long one.
Okay, I'm going to leave that 1 foot up there and both hands down about the 4th rung up.
There you go.
Okay, now I think I'll do the same.
A little more. About another inch. There, you got it?
That's a good step.
Yep. About a 3-footer.
Beautiful view.
Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here.
Magnificent desolation.
Both PLSS is nominal on consumables.
Looks like the secondary strut have little thermal effects on it right here, Neil.
Yeah, I noticed that. Seems to be the worst, although similar effects are on all around.
Very, very fine powder, isn't it?
Isn't it fine?
Right in this area, I don't think there's much of any but fine powder. Some clods together, and it's hard to tell whether it's a clod or a rock.
Notice how you can pick it out.
Yeah, and it bounces and then reaching down, fairly easy. Got my suit dirty at this stage. The mass of the backpack does have some effect in inertia. There's a slight tendency I can see now to backwards due to the soft, very soft texture.
Oh, you're
Well,
standing
we
on
have
a rock, big rock there now. Okay, Houston, tell me, get a new picture.
Neil, this is Houston. That's affirmative. We're getting a new picture. You can tell it's a longer focal length lens. And for your information, all LEM systems are go. Over.
For your information, all LEM. I appreciate that. Thank you. Neil is now unveiling the plaque that is.
Roger, we got you bore-sighted, but back to one side.
Bore-sighted.
For those who haven't read the plaque, we'll read the plaque that's on the front landing gear of this LEM. There's two hemispheres, one showing each of the two hemispheres of Earth. Underneath it says, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. It came in peace for all mankind." It has the crew members' signatures and the signature of the President of the United States. Ready for the camera? Oh, I get it.
No, you're taking the TV on now.
Watch the LEC there.
I'm afraid these cloth materials are going to get dusty. you can touches above. Very much like a very finely powdered carbon, but pretty looking.
You pull out some of my cable for me, Buzz?
Houston, how close are you able to get things in focus?
This is Houston. We can see Buzz's right hand. It's somewhat out of focus. I'd say we were focusing down to probably, about 8 inches to a foot behind the position of his hand when he was pulling out the cable. Neil, this is Houston. The field of view is okay. We'd like you to aim it a little bit more to the right, over.
Okay. Okay, that's all the cable we have. All the way out. I'll start working on the shoulder.
A little bit too much to the right. Can you bring it back left about 4 or 5 degrees? Okay, that looks good, Neil.
Okay, that looks good, Neil. Okay, now, think I ought to be farther away or closer?
Can't get too much further away.
Let's try it like that for a while. I'll get a couple panoramas with it here.
Roger, you look okay as far as distance goes, Neil, and we'll line you up again when you finish the panorama. You're going too fast on the panorama sweep. You're going to have to stop for...
I haven't stopped. I haven't set it down yet. That's the first picture in the panorama. Right there.
Roger.
It's taken just about northeast. Tell me if you got a picture, Houston.
Well, we've got a beautiful picture, Neil.
Okay, I'm going to move it.
Okay, there's another good one. Okay, we got that one.
Okay, now this one's right down sun, straight west, and I want to know if you can see an angular rock in the foreground.
Roger, we have a large angular rock in the foreground, and it looks like a much smaller rock a couple of inches to the left of it, over.
Right, and then on beyond it about 10 feet is an even larger rock that's very rounded. That rock is about, the closest one to you is about sticking out of the sand about 1 foot. It's about 1.5 feet long, and it's about 6 inches thick, but it's standing on edge.
Roger.
Okay, Neil, I've got the table out. The bag deployed.
We got this view, Neil.
Straight south.
Roger, and we see the shadow of the limb.
In the hills, Roger, the little hills just beyond the shadow of the limb is a pair of elongate craters. Probably the pair together is 40 feet long and 20 feet across, and they're probably 6 feet deep. We'll probably get some more work in there later.
Roger, and we see Buzz going about his work.
How's that for a final?
For a final orientation, we'd like it to come left about 5 degrees, over. Back to the right about half as much.
Okay.
Okay, that looks good there, Neil.
Yeah, that looks good there, Neil. Okay.
One hour, 7 minutes time expended.
Okay, you can make a mark, Houston.
Roger, hello, and
And incidentally, you can use the shadow that the staff makes to assist you in getting it perpendicular.
Buzz is erecting the solar wind experiment now.
Some of these small depressions get soft, and you tend to think, oh, maybe 2 or 3 inches. I can suggest exactly what the layer pictures showed when they pushed away a little bit. You can see force transmitted through the upper surface of the soil, and about 5 or 6 inches away, it breaks loose and moves as if it were caked on the surface, when in fact it really isn't.
I noticed in the soft spots where we have footprints nearly an inch deep that the soil is very cohesive, and it will retain a slope of probably 70 degrees on the side of the footprint.
You'll have to extend that one.
Columbia, Columbia, this is Houston, ALS, over.
Houston, ALS, over.
Neil Armstrong's been on the lunar surface now almost 45 minutes.
It's bad. I don't have a camera. Houston, Columbia on the high gain, over.
Columbia, this is Houston, reading you loud and clear, over.
Yeah, this is Houston reading.
Yeah, radio loud and clear. How's it going?
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. I believe they're setting up the flag now. I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit. How is the quality of the TV?
Oh, it's beautiful, Mike. It really is.
Oh, geez, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
See if you can pull that end off a little bit. Straighten that end up a little.
It won't go out. Okay.
Neil, this is Houston radio. Check over.
Hi, Roger. Houston, loud and clear.
Roger out.
Loud and clear, Houston.
Roger, Buzz.
I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the lunar surface. Leave them out of your field of view. Is that right now, Houston?
That's affirmative, Buzz. You're in our field of view now.
You do have to be. All right, you do have to be rather careful to keep track of where your center of mass is. Sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 paces to make sure that you've got your feet underneath you. And about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 easy paces can bring you to a fairly smooth stop. Direction. Like a football player, you just have to put out to the side and cut a little bit. So-called kangaroo hop does work, but it seems as though your forward not quite as good as it is in the conventional, more conventional one foot after another. As far as saying what a sustained pace might be, I think the one that I'm using now would get rather tiring after several hundred. But this may be a function of the suit as well as lack of gravity force here.
Tranquility Base, this is Houston. Can we get both of you on the camera for a minute, please?
Say again, Houston?
Roger, we'd like to get both of you in the field of view of the camera for a minute. Neil and Buzz, the President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over.
That would be an honor.
Go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you do. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join with America in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world. And as you talk to us from the Sea of Tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth. For one priceless moment in the whole history of man, all the people on this earth are truly one. One in their pride in what you have done, and one in our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States, but men of peace of all nations, and with interest and a curiosity and with the vision for the future. Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And thank you very much, and I look forward, all of us look forward to seeing you on the Hornet on Thursday.
Look forward to that very much, sir. Loud and clear, Houston.
Roger, I've got a P-22 auto optics pad for you.
Roger, go ahead.
Roger, P-22, landmark ID, LEM, T1, 1102656. T2, 1103206. 3 miles south. Time of closest approach, 1103340. Shaft, 353.855. Trunnion, 46.495. Roll 0. Pitch 250. Yaw 0. Over. Roger, out.
Houston, it's very interesting to note that when I kick my foot this trail with no atmosphere here and it's gravity, they seem to leave, and most of them have about the same angle of departure and velocity. Where I stand, the large portion of them will impact at a certain distance out. There are several certain percentage, of course, that will impact different regions out, but it's highly dependent upon initial trajectory upwards, where most of the priority of the particle comes down, strikes the terrain.
Roger, Buzz, and break, Columbia, this is Houston. When you track out of high gain antenna limits, request Omni Delta, over.
Come in. I've noticed several times in going from the sunlight into the shadow that just as I go in, I catch an additional reflection off the lens, along with the reflection off my face onto the visor, makes visibility very poor just at the transition sunlight into the shadow. I essentially have so much glare coming onto my visor, I'm under shadow until helmet actually gets shadow, and then it takes a short while for my eyes to adapt lighting conditions. Inside the shadow area, visibility, as we've said before, is not too great, but both visors up, we can certainly get what sort of footprints we have and the minimal condition of the soil. Again, after being out in the sunlight a while, it takes a minute. Watch it, Neil. Neil, you're on the cable. Okay. Yeah, lift up your right foot. Right foot. It's still, your toe is still hooked in it.
That one?
Yeah, it's still hooked in it. A minute. Okay, you're clear now.
Thank you.
Now let's move that over this way.
Neil Armstrong has the scoop for the bulk sample collection. That's Neil Armstrong to the left of the screen. By that.
Doors are closed and locked.
Roger.
Hey, have you got us a good area picked out?
Well, I think right out on that rise out there is probably as good as any.
Right over here.
Let's probably stay on the high ground there and
Watch at the edge of that crater is
that's real soft there, isn't it?
Get a couple of close-ups on these quite rounded, large boulders.
Buzz Aldrin coming into view on the right, carrying the two experiments.
About 40 feet out. I'd say out to the end of that next...
Well, it's going to be a little difficult to find a good level spot here.
Top of that next little ridge there, wouldn't that be a pretty good place?
Yeah, how about I put the LRQ for about here?
All right.
rock here.
I would go right around that crater to the left there. Isn't that a level spot there?
I think this right here is just a level.
Okay.
And they will be out of the camera's field of view while setting up these experiments. In the foreground, Buzz Aldrin is collecting a core tube sample.
I hope you're watching how hard I have to hit this into the ground to the tune of about 5 inches, Houston.
Roger.
It almost looks wet.
Got it. Sample.
Okay, can you quickly stick this in my pocket, Neil, and I'll head on up the ladder. I'll hold it. You open the pocket up.
Around there, fella. Just hold it right there. Okay, let the pocket go.
Stop phone.
Got it.
Okay. Adios, amigos.
Hey,
Anything more before I head on up, Bruce?
Negative. Head on up the ladder, Buzz.
Head on up. Buzz.
That white dot right above the horizon on the right is a phosphorus spot from the TV converter in the Park Station in Australia.
How you coming, Neil?
okay. get the solar wind rolled over there?
Right, that's it right there. I think you can reach this hook that's hanging over here. You might entertain the idea of sending up the second one that way.
Okay.
Get the film off of that.
Oh well. Better now.
Okay, I'm heading on in.
Okay.
And I'll get the LEC already in my start box. Okay, that's got it clear.
Transferring the sample containers into the limb cabin now.
Uh-oh. Camera came off. I mean, the film pipe came off.
Okay, just ease it down now. Don't pull so hard on it. Alright, let it go.
Oh, you're getting that. I've got to get this camera.
Okay, this one's in, no problem.
Okay, stand by a second.
Neil, this is Houston. Request an EMU check over.
Roger, got 3.8. And I got 54 on the O2 and no flags. And my flow is in.
The Lick Observatory in California reports a return on the laser experiment.
Neil and Buzz, for your information, your consumables remain in good shape. Out.
Roger Roger. That's coming, Neil.
Okay, I've got one side hooked up to the second box, and I got the field back on.
Okay, good.
By that field from on the LEC is kind of falling all over me while I'm doing this.
Well, that's good, huh?
It looks like down here.
I think my watch stopped, Neil.
Hit it.
No, it didn't either. Second hand. Okay, if you can just kind of hold it, but I think I can do the pulling.
Okay. Stand by a minute. Let me move back.
Okay, easy. All right, easy on the hatch now. Okay, I'll get it the rest of the way.
Okay.
And I'll give it to you to go away just a second. And a little more.
Two hours, 40 minutes on the PLSSs.
Those?
Okay, it's unhooked.
How about that package out of your sleeve? Get that?
No.
Okay, I'll get it when I get up there.
Got it now?
Yes, sir. Okay?
Okay.
Neil, this is Houston. Did you get the Hasselblad magazine?
Yes, I did. And we got about, I'd say 20 pounds of carefully selected, if not documented, samples.
Houston, roger. Well done, out.
In the second box.
Unofficial time off the surface at 1:11:37:32.
Now start arching your back. That's good. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. All right, arch your back a little. Your head's up against it. Out, off, roll right just a little bit. There you go. And in good shape.
Thank you. I'm bumping now.
Now you're clear. You're rubbing up against me a little bit.
Okay.
Turn. All right, that's right. Turn to the left. Okay. report and I'll get the hatch.